like to come on loud? Thank you very much, Claire, and cheers, Vanessa. Well, hello, good afternoon. How you doing? Today, Wednesday, 8th of August, 2018, live from downtown Maida Vale, near the canal, near the swans, near the barges and the boats, the greenery and the wildlife. That's just this studio. Big show live till 5. Something big to start, I think.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. Now playing everywhere.
There she stood in the street, smiling from her head to her feet. I said, hey, what is this? Now, baby, maybe she's in need of a kiss. I said, hey, what's your name, baby? Maybe we can see things the same. Now, don't you wait or hesitate. Let's move before they raise the parking rate. Ow! All right now, baby, it's all right now. All right now, baby, it's all right now. Let me tell you now. I took her home to my place, watching every move on her face. She said, look, what's your game, baby? Are you trying to put me in shame? I said, slow, don't go so fast. Don't you think that love can last? She said, love, Lord above. Now you're trying to trick me in love. All right now, baby, it's all right now. All right now, baby, it's all right now.
Come on, that's a guitar solo, right? Awesome. We're letting that go while we're finishing our lunch. Tim's just left his lunch over there, said don't worry about that, the mouse will have that. Here we are live from our Maida Vale studios, and there was All Right Now, It's Free. This is Steve Wright in the afternoon, Wednesday afternoon. All right, let's do some hands up then, shall we?
Steve Wright in the afternoon, yeah. BBC Radio 2.
By the way, me and Chris Evans doing our show from down here, we're only pretending that we know how to work the equipment. We haven't got a clue. Hands up for the big cool down, some rain, some thunder and less heat. You might get some sleep tonight.
Yeah.
Hands Hands up for fixing something that you've recently broken, and it's okay now. Yeah, it could be a door handle, a TV, maybe shoes. And hands up for finding your phone after losing it for many, many hours. Oh, that is such a relief. Afternoon from Radio 2. Should you wish to email us, we'd love to hear from you. steve.wright@bbc.co.uk, text 88291 and tweet us at BBC Radio 2. Go ahead, steve.wright@bbc.co.uk, text 88291 and tweet us at BBC Radio 2.
Steve, Jeremy Vine here, loving the show. Just a small request.
Yeah.
Do you have anything from Oklahoma like, oh, what a beautiful morning, oh, what a beautiful day.
Not really.
Something's going my way.
That was lovely. Well, a lot cooler then. Sunshine and showers for most of the UK, with southeast England staying dry with some warm sunshine. It's a lot breezier and feeling much fresher than yesterday. It's 24, which is quite warm actually in Cambridge. Tonight, a mix of clear spells and scattered showers with temperatures a lot cooler overnight. And then tomorrow, that'll be Thursday, cloudy with heavy rain spreading across southeast England, sunshine and showers elsewhere. But over the next few days, some thunder and some rain and cooling down just a little bit. A lot easier to sleep, I would imagine. Sunset tonight, Glasgow 9:09, Manchester 8:52, Cardiff 8:49, and Norwich it's 8:35. Now you're up to date.
Come to town.
exciting. Got to 16 now in Great Britain. This is Radio 2. Gran Canaria is a little bit of cloud today, but mainly sunny and 27. Menorca is a mix of sunshine and cloud. It should stay around 30 for the rest of the week. Costa Brava, thunderstorms today and 27. Slightly cooler from tomorrow, 25. That's not much cooler. Paris, rain today, only 21, but 30 again by the weekend. Crete is clear skies and 28. Amalfi Coast, Italy, sunny and low 30s. Faro, Portugal, sunny and warm, high 20s. Fuerteventura, hot and sunny, 27. Izmir, Turkey, is hot, 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 and 36.
Performing at BBC Radio 2, live in Hyde Park.
Hey, we're all safe. We're so excited to be joining Radio 2 live in Hyde Park.
Alongside Rita Ora, Manic Street Preachers, Boyzone, Carrie Underwood, Lenny Kravitz, Band of Love, and headlining Kylie Minogue. It's our festival in a day.
Sunday the 9th of September.
Find out how to buy your tickets by going to the BBC Radio 2 website.
See you in Hyde Park.
Okay.
High
so he loves that, so we're putting that on for him. He's been working so hard down here. Too Much Heaven, Bee Gees. Big finish then, Barry. Steve, loving the show so far. Can you give all the dynamatic people in Swindon a great big shout out? We're all working hard. Many thanks from Ian Gleed. Steve, you've got to give Angela and Nigel travelling back to Bexhill in the motorhome a shout out after spending a great 5 days with 20 family members camping at Croft Farm in Tewkesbury. No arguments there then. On our way home, now exhausted, love your show as it's making the journey a little more bearable. That's our pleasure. It's what we do. Loving the show, Steve. You are the maestro. Thank you. Keeping Michelle and I amused and singing as we trek from Norwich to Blackpool to service our airplane. Ooh. Thank you, Mark. Just on way back from Ibiza to Leeds. This says, say hi to my lovely hubby, Gary. Is it Gary Haunch, please? We had 2 blissful weeks of each other, celebrating 24 years of married life. Great show. Thank you from Helen. I think it must be Haunch. Yeah, it is Haunch.
If you want to contact Steve Wright in the afternoon, email steve.wright@bbc.co.uk, text 88291, or tweet at BBC Radio 2.
So today, live from Maida Vale, Hayley Atwell, actress starring alongside Ewan McGregor in the new Disney movie Christopher Robin, and Pascal Jacob, French author, with his latest book. It's on the history of the circus. We got Tim and we got Bobby, we got Claire Runacre's Betty Glover with the sport later, the oldies, chosen by Imogen Phillips, known as Midge in Swansea. Also your emails, texts and tweets, social media, showbiz, lifestyle and ents news.
Hello, this is Richard. I was just wondering, do you ever take soft gel medication? Because it's funny, isn't it, actually? That word always reminds me, soft gel, of Sofitel. And we stayed there once. The room service was very good. I must say, Tim, your whole appearance actually is reminiscent of the super actor. I don't know if you remember him, Robin Nedwell, in 1972. Lovely actor. I don't know where he is now. But it's something in the eyes, and maybe your gait as well, which you should always keep shut, by the way. Always keep your gait shut. Different spelling, A-I-A-T-E. Anyway, great chat. Good luck in your career. And, yeah, Brexit. Well, let's not go there.
Ain't it good? Ain't it right that you are with me here tonight? Music playing, our bodies swaying in time. Touching you, so warm and tender. Lord, I feel such a sweet surrender. Beautiful is the dream that makes you mine. Rock me gently, rock me slowly. Take it easy, don't you know that I have never been loved like this before? Baby, baby, rock me gently, rock me slowly. Take it easy, don't you know that I have never been loved like this before? Oh my darling, oh my baby, you got the moves that drive me crazy. And on your face, I see a trace of love. Come hold me close, don't let me go. I need you, honey, I love you so. You were made for me by the stars above. Rock me gently, rock me slowly. Take it easy, don't you know that I have never been loved like this before? And baby, baby, rock me gently, rock me slowly. Take it easy, don't you know that I have never been loved like this before?
That's Andy Kim and Rock Me Gently. And this is Radio 2. Look, yes.
This is Mr. Bennett.
Oh, yeah.
You can email the big show, steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. You might like to text 88291 or tweet him at BBC Radio 2. Very modern.
Hey, how's it going? William Shakespeare in the house. Now check this one out. Full fathom 5 thy father lies, of his bones are coral made. Those are pearls that were his eyes. Nothing of him that doth fade, but doth suffer a sea change into something rich and strange. I'll call it The Tempest. I'm happy with that. Check me next time. The Bard.
And now I'd like to bring on Bobby Pryor and Tim Smith, and we'd like to take a look at some factoids live from Maida Vale. So what do you got there, Bobby?
Mary Anderson, guess what she invented in 1903?
Was it a cap?
No,
I know the answer to this.
Go on, let Steve guess a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm thinking like a baseball cap, something like that.
No. Mary, 1903.
1903.
What was quite new?
Trousers?
I think they've been going for quite a long time.
I know, false teeth.
Tim, go on.
The ice cream cornet.
No! It was the windscreen wiper.
Oh, wow. I was looking at a thing earlier on today to say that some people have, I think it's called in America, windshield wiper something or other, like burn or something like that. It's when the windshield wiper goes along to the music that you're listening to.
Oh, yeah.
It never does that.
It does.
Don't you try and see if you can get your windscreen wiper going in sync with the indicator.
It's a syndrome.
It never does that because it doesn't go to an actual speed.
Well, it depends, because if you've got an old car, some of them have a little knob in the middle.
Yes.
And if you twist that...
It goes to the level of the...
No. What, you do them yourself. I remember I used to drive a traction Avant. It had windscreen wipers that were manual. So you'd have to drive with one hand and do the windscreen
Turn them, yeah.
wipers
Really?
with the other, yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness.
And change gear.
Was that the first car ever made?
No.
Factoids.
What do you dream when the world is on fire and you're drifting through time in the space where you lie, calling to me through the pain and desire as the sun's taking flight, you awake to the light. Eyes like pearls in the warmer sea, as deep as the ocean, as wide as the valley. All my troubles seem so far away from me. Can't you see I was falling? Now my troubles seem far away from me. Where do you go when the sky hits the ground? Won't you take me away to that innocent place? Eyes like pearls in the warmer sea, as deep as the ocean, as wide as the valley. All my troubles seem so far away from me. Can't you see I was falling? Now my troubles seem far away from me. Eyes like pearls in the warmer sea, as deep as the ocean, as wide as the valley. All my troubles seem so far away from me. Can't you see I was falling? Now my troubles seem so far away. Now my troubles seem so far away. Now my troubles seem far away from me.
It is International 808 Day today, celebrating the iconic Roland TR-808 drum machine. Oh, The US Embassy in London closed their latest online auction of surplus property at 4 p.m. What they did, they've been selling all the old stuff from the old building. 36 lots, including toilet rolls. I mean, who's going to buy a toilet roll just because it's American? A circular saw, cameras, a set of barcode scanners, 5 repairable vacuum cleaners, wooden furniture, and a Volvo.
How broken are the vacuum cleaners? When you say they're repairable, I mean, could I do that? Because I'm not very good with vacuum cleaners, or indeed with repairs, but...
No, I know. Probably only 110 volts, though, remember.
Yes, different road system. Surely you can change that, though, can't you?
No, a low ampage. You'll need a transformer.
Gary, I can change the ampage, can't I?
Get a transformer. He says that as well. Yeah,
but then that surely makes it more expensive because you've got to buy the transformer, even if you've got a cheap vacuum cleaner. Then you've got to go and buy something else.
Yeah.
What I was going to say about the toilet rolls, surely then you could sell them on.
Well,
make
I
a
don't
profit.
know. I mean, in the old days, especially here at this building, Maida Vale, they would have had toilet rolls, in the 50s that said property of BBC. That's what you want if you're going to buy toilet rolls. You want it to say property of American Embassy London.
Yeah. Maybe it has got a government stamp of some sort on
it. Yeah. In the football tonight, Celtic play AEK Athens in the Champions League, third qualifying round. The Dublin Horse Show starts today. The Copenhagen International Fashion Fair is on in Denmark, funnily enough. The British Firework Championships start in Plymouth tonight. And the 25th annual Gilbert and Sullivan Festival is on in Harrogate. And here's Tim with his favourite Gilbert and Sullivan.
In a little while from now, when I'm not feeling any less sound. Actually, I don't know any Gilbert and Sullivan. I used to know something from the Pirates of Penzance.
Oh, wait a minute. It's Smukfest is on in Denmark, a headline tonight by Britney Spears. And the BBC proms continue with Prom 35 with Jules Buckley and the Heritage Orchestra celebrating the music of modern New York. We actually heard them practicing earlier on here, didn't we, at Maida Vale?
There's a sign-up saying that's where they've got to go for the Heritage Orchestra. Absolutely.
I just love it. Let's have a look at some birthday. Oh, well, let's go to Bobby first. What you got? Anything
How
good?
much are you paying for your fruit and veg? Have you noticed it's gone up? Because apparently the headline is Year of Extreme Weather Puts Pressure on Fruit and Veg. And we need our fruit and veg. We don't really need the price to go up. But the farmers are really struggling because they're saying that the warm, dry weather taking its toll on many plants. And this is after, of course, the beast from the east.
Yeah.
So we had 2 hits. And I didn't realise, I mean, this is the thing. It costs more, obviously, to water the plants because you're water meters. So a lot of these production houses that are making our fruit and veg using more water. So that's going to cost more. But also, I didn't realise that some veg doesn't grow in hot temperatures. Lettuce stops growing at 25 degrees and so does broccoli. So the hotter it gets, then it's not going to grow anymore. So yields are going to be lower. So there's going to be less in the shops to buy. So that's going to drive prices up. And there's going to be less available, less carrots because there's been such little water around. That's going to lower the yields.
Yeah. I do find at home in my kitchen, the sunlight comes in and it wrecks the bananas and the apples, so I'm putting them out the way now. Of course, when you put the bananas away in the dark, they ripen even further, so there's a conundrum.
They're okay, though, but don't put them in the fridge.
No.
I put tomatoes in the fridge, but you shouldn't leave them in there for very long.
No.
I buy a lot of peaches. Peaches have gone up. Used to be able to get 3 for £1. Now it's 3 for £1.20 at the local greengrocer.
I also wonder if you'd be quite happy to pay 80p for a bar of chocolate, but not happy to pay 80p for an apple. Maybe that's also another thing to think about.
Good question to throw out. Shawn Mendes, happy birthday.
Before I released my first single, there was already so much support in the fan community. They just shoot everything to the top, so it's amazing.
Now, I do remember Vine. Tell us about Vine, because that's where you were up on first.
Yeah, it was like this app on your phone that you could basically post 6.5-second videos. You think in 6.5 seconds, what can you really get done when it comes to music? But the thing was, is if you could impress somebody in 6.5 seconds, that would get them. So my thing was, how do I get somebody in 6.5 seconds, impress them in 6.5 seconds to make them want to watch?
We love Shawn Mendes. Hayley Atwell later, actress, and also Pascal Jacob talking about the circus.
It's 4 a.m., I don't know where to go. Everywhere is closed. I should just go home, yeah. My feet are taking me to your front door. I know I shouldn't go. Heaven only knows that ooh, busy making with one too many drinks. But ooh, if they not friends have consequences, cool, yeah. Ooh, you're all that I want, no good at giving you up. Come on and give me some love tonight. Ooh, you're all that I want, no good at giving you up. Come on and give me some love tonight. Ooh, I think about it all the time, make it happen in my mind. I'm telling you, yeah. Ooh, you're all that I want, no good at giving you up. Come on and give me some love tonight. Time should have taught me the lesson. We're looking for a sign, but instead I got a message. I take on my pride every time we undressing. Draw the line, I'm out the line. Time should have taught me the lesson. We're looking for a sign, but instead I got a message. I take on my pride every time we undressing. Draw the line, I'm out the line. Ooh, you're all that I want, no good at giving you up. Come on and give me some love tonight, yeah. Ooh, you're all that I want, no good at giving you up. Come on and give me some love tonight, yeah. I think about it all the time, make it happen in my mind. I'm telling you, yeah. Ooh, you're all that I want, no good at giving you up. Come on and give me some love tonight. Time should have taught me the lesson. We're looking for a sign, but instead I got a message. I take on my pride every time we undressing. Draw the line, I'm out the line.
Yeah, email us steve.wright@bbc.co.uk, text 88291, tweet us at BBC Radio 2. Steve, please give us a shout out to the Keane family, Keane, travelling home to Preston after a great holiday in Cornwall. Thank you. Steve, listening to your fab show whilst walking the dogs in the woods. Have a great afternoon, Melanie in Cookham. Oh, I know Cookham, so beautiful. Steve, we know we can rely on you. Yes, you can, to keep us entertained on our long drive to Ben Nevis to complete the 3 peaks. Actually, good luck with that. Lots of love from Louise and Barry and Lewis and Ellen Stubbs. Okay. She's back now with the traffic. Here she is.
Thank you, Steve. First of all, to the latest on the M1. Now, debris at junction 41, Cargate on the northbound entry slip road. So coming on, you can get past it, but it is just a little bit slow. Also, on the M1 heading north, 27 to 28 at Alfreton, there's one lane shut. There's a lorry having a tyre change and traffic's coping reasonably well. To the M6 northbound earlier. Now, we had these big queues up from the top of the M42 all the way to junction 7 following an accident past 6 at Spaghetti Junction. It cleared, but it's still busy through that stretch. M42 northbound, 2 to 3. There was an accident up towards Portway. That's cleared. Most of that congestion's gone through as well. The M25, it's a little bit busy clockwise. It's just starting to get that afternoon heaviness between 13 Staines and 16 for the M40. Anti-clockwise, it's similar, 13 Staines to 11 at Chertsey. Just getting busy, but all moving. M25 clockwise, accident 7 to 6 towards Godstone. Now, all lanes are open, but we've still got a little bit of slow traffic going through. A little bit slow into the tunnel for about a mile. Not too bad, though. A20, this is between the M25 and the M20, that little triangle between the M25, M26 and the M20, this stretch of the A20 that runs through it is still closed with this accident between Scratchers Lane and the A225 at the Dartford Road. So that Farningham, the A20 is still shut. M23 southbound recovering following this accident down at 9 for Gatwick Airport. We had queues back to the M25. A3 southbound at the Thursley turn-off, or just past it towards the A333. We've got a broken down vehicle, so take care. One lane is shut. And the M27 finally eastbound, accident just before Portsmouth Junction 12, the M275. We've got one lane shut. Back with another one for you in about an hour.
Thank you to Bobster.
I've been around for a long time, baby. I've been around long enough to know that I never should have let you go. Around the world, but I'm still a little crazy. I've been a fool in the past, and now you know that without you I've got nothing to show. I'm gonna fight to make my way back home. I got a
Big Tony Hadley. This is BBC Radio 2, and that's a new single from Tony. It's called Take Back Everything. Stephen Gang loving the show. Can you say hello to my wife? That's Julie Robertson. We're on our way to see my mum in Liverpool, driving from Kent. That's a bit of a drive. Thank you from Andy Robinson. And Stephen team, give a big shout out to my wonderful husband Roy, driving me and our two dogs Miffy and Truffle home from a week in the Gower, flying kites, bodyboarding. Loving the show as always from Miranda.
We will listen and dance without prejudice. No genre, no era, no limits.
Animatronic.
Right. It's anything with a repetitive beat, anything that gets you on your feet. And everyone is welcome. No VIP list for this club. Just sharing the experience of what it's like to be in a room full of people, all moving in unison, all grooving to the same beat.
Animatronics Dance Devotion.
Sharing the love and camaraderie that you feel on a dance floor.
Saturday night from midnight.
On BBC Radio 2.
DJ Khaled, Radio 2.
I don't know if you could take it. No, you wanna see me naked, naked, naked. I wanna be a baby, baby, baby. Spinning in his red just like he came from Maytag. Rocket with it on the brown. Like, when I get like this, I can't be around you. I'm too little to dim down the night. Cause I can into things that I'm gon' do. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 thoughts. Wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. Wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. I hope you know I'm for the taking. You know this cookie's for the bag. Kitty, kitty, baby, get her things to rest. Like the 68 Jets. Diamonds are nothing when I'm rocking with ya. Diamonds are nothing when I'm shining with ya. Just keep it white and black as if I'm your sister. I'm too hip to hop around, time to hit with ya. I know I get wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 thoughts. Wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. Wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts.
I heard that for the taking. I heard it got these up going crazy. Yeah, I treat you like a lady. Till you shit. White girl wear shit on brown liquor. I probably shouldn't be around you. Cause you get wild, wild, wild. You looking like it's nothing that you won't do. What you won't do. Hey girl, that's when I told you.
When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 thoughts. Wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. Wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts.
Big Show Radio 2. Blokes, if you're looking to meet a member of the opposite sex, show her you're a guitar man, Tim. A recent study found that women... I know, it's all right.
What kind of guitar would you like me to play? What works best? A little bit of Spanish classical guitar or some heavy metal axe playing?
Yeah, you should play that da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Concerto de Aranjuez, that would be nice.
Cavatina's quite nice.
Cavatina's good, or you could play...
Yeah, okay.
A recent study found that women were more than 3 times as likely to give a guy her phone number when he asked for it holding a guitar case than when he carried a sports bag. Guitar players are generally considered cool and fun.
But I think it's more than that.
Do you?
Yeah, have you got something to add there before I put my point of view in?
No, I'm sure what you've got to add is much more important.
Well, it's just that... No, go on.
Being an actual woman.
No. Well, I'm not all women. And we need to point this out. I'm not an average woman, no one is, and I'm not all women.
Okay. Musical ability might also signal higher intelligence and good genes. Two qualities important to women when choosing a partner. So anything to add to that?
Well, if that was true, we would choose better, let's face it. And the other thing to think about is I think it's about sensitivity. I think you've got a thing about musicians. They're much more open to maybe talking, thinking about things. And obviously that's not true in all cases, but I think there's something more attractive. It's the artist attraction, I think.
I only know
talent.
3 chords, but I'll go home with an electric guitar tonight, plug it and see if I can get my wife's phone number.
She'll give it to you now, I'm sure. Food giants KFC and Kellogg's, as you heard earlier, have been told to remove adverts which promoted junk food to children by the UK's advertising watchdog. The Advertising Standards Authority, the ASA, says they broke strict rules on advertising. That was advertising high-fat, sugar or salt products to children. Legendary Hollywood actress Kathleen Turner, who we've had in on this show so many times, I'd say at least 3 or 4 times, and each time she remembers us, and each time we just adore her. And you know why? Because she's outspoken and she's smashing. You may have seen a big thing in the press today, and it says Kathleen Turner, who found fame in 1980s movies like Body Heat and Romancing the Stone, is being lauded online for giving an open and frank interview to New York Magazine's Vulture about the industry and career. She's talking about all kinds of stuff, including Donald Trump and dissing Elizabeth Taylor a little bit, rage, sexism, all of that stuff. And this is how she sounds.
I love all the movies I did. I just don't like the ones coming out now.
Really? What don't you like about them?
Well, they're so formulaic. Or they're all action heroes. Or you have to act in front of some green screen and pretend something's going on around you. And I'm not good at that. I'm very good at acting. I'm very bad at pretending.
She is fabulous, isn't she? Can I just say happy birthday to Huey Morgan? You know,
you
Huey
can.
Morgan.
Yeah. Can I say happy birthday as well? Happy birthday,
Happy
Huey
birthday,
Morgan.
Huey. Happy birthday, Huey.
Joe Stromer. I met Gentleman Joe Senior, we called him, in the band. He just walked up to our trailer one day at Tea in the Park and said, I wanted to meet these guys. And we were in our underwear, changing from our suits to our street clothes. And there he was. And, you know, he was a great guy. I was friends since he passed.
Now, how long did it take you to put this book together? I mean, this is a great book, by the way. Every Friday night, me and Bobby have a long chat with Huey, don't we?
Oh, it's a fabulous, fabulous experience.
Yes, we have a long chat with Huey and Tony Blackburn. What kind of experience is that to set you up for the weekend? In the anniversaries, okay, who was Bobby Richard Nixon?
Watergate, that's what I think.
Yeah.
Former US president.
Former US president. 1974, Richard Nixon made history today, this day 1974, as what did he do?
He resigned on this day, didn't he?
Yeah, he was the first president ever to resign his office in an emotional television address to the nation. And then, of course, later on, he did that thing with David Frost, didn't he, where he did a whole kind of explanation, which wasn't really explaining anything.
Well, it didn't explain very much for a while, and then suddenly it all kind of slipped out, and Frost was forever world famous. And then, of course, they made it into a film and a stage play. It's brilliant.
Esther Williams, who was that?
Oh, Esther Williams, a former Hollywood actress. Didn't she do all the stuff in the water?
Yeah, she was, in fact, a former champion swimmer who became an actress.
Synchronised swimming. Do you see that? I'm acting it out here.
Yes, you can see that on the radio, Bobby. Nigel Mansell.
Nigel Mansell, former Formula One world champion.
That's very good. Okay, a 17-year-old British singer, Bobby, is signed to Columbia Records this day, 1958, here in Britain.
Oh,
who was
Billy
it?
Fury.
No.
Oh.
He's 17 years old.
Cliff Richard.
Is correct, yeah. Hayley Atwell and Pascal Jacob later on the big show.
It looks like heaven. It feels like hell. This picture perfect paradise, this pretty lie I show and tell. And if I'm honest, I'm someone else. And every story testifies I'm terrified to be myself. So here's another sunrise, here's another good time, and here's my outfit of the week. Here's a great throwback, here's a lunch I had. It seems like I'm living the dream. I want you to lie like me. I want you to lie like me. God forbid you see painted screen. It started as a way to feel better, but it just never works for me. So here's another sunset from the day that he left. I guess I'll go on with the show. Does the golden sky make you think my life is fine? Well, even if you don't, I want you to lie like me. I want you to lie like me. God forbid you see the things I don't want you to see. I want you to lie like me. I don't even wanna buy what I'm selling. What I'm selling, what I'm selling. I don't even wanna buy what I'm selling. What I'm selling, what I'm selling. I don't even wanna buy what I'm selling. I don't even wanna buy what I'm selling. I don't even wanna buy what I'm selling. What am I selling? What am I? I want you to lie like me. I want you to lie like me. God forbid you see the things I don't want you to see. I want you to lie like me. I want you to lie
Lie like me. Ward Thomas. That's on the second floor.
Get ready.
Sarah Cox.
So we're going to his 40th on Saturday night for a lovely friend of ours. Terrible news today. It's not at his house. It's in a club. Hello. I can't remember the last time I was in a club. There'll be nowhere to sit down, will there? Will there be any snacks? It's going to be that thing when they'll play 3 seconds of a song, then they'll go, rewind, pull up, and rewind and start again. Jeanette says, I was last in a club in 1993 and I couldn't hear for 2 days. For the ringing in my ears. Don't do it, she said.
Monday to Thursday nights from 10.
You're mine all night. Until midnight.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. There are times to remember and times that I wish to forget. Our time together was tinged with love and regret. Oh, my girl, my sweet, sweet little girl. Didn't I try to tell you that life was for living? Oh, didn't I? And wasn't I the guy who said, stay away from that tribe? Oh, wasn't I? And didn't I try to tell you that stuff's gonna kill you? Oh, didn't I? But you thought it was cool, and I was just an old fool. Oh, look at ya. You left home for the city with Hollywood stars in your eyes. Now your mother, God bless her, cries herself to sleep every night. Oh, my girl, my sweet, innocent girl. Didn't I search the streets for the beggars, pimps, and cheats? Oh, didn't I? And didn't I try to guide you to a baptism of fire? Oh, didn't I?
Rod Stewart, Bridget Cady. That's a really good song. It's called Didn't I? Big show on the air when we come back after the news. The non-stop oldies chosen by Imogen Phillips, known as Midge in Swansea. When we come back.
BBC News at 3 o'clock. This is Claire Runacres. 3.5 million British gas customers are facing price rises for the second time this year. The firm's standard variable tariff will increase by 3.8% in October. That means the average household with a dual fuel bill will pay £44 more annually. The owner of British Gas, Centrica, is blaming a hike in wholesale energy costs. The former Attorney-General Dominic Grieve has become the latest senior Conservative figure to condemn Boris Johnson's remarks on the burqa. He said he'd leave the party if the former Foreign Secretary ever became leader. Mr Johnson wrote in a newspaper column that Muslim women in full-face veils looked like letterboxes. He's received support from the former UKIP leader Nigel Farage, who said Mr Johnson's comments were in tune with public opinion.
People in the Westminster bubble will be offended by what Boris Johnson has said. People in the country won't be, and that's the point. There is a big disconnect here between what Westminster talk about and what real people talk about. And actually, I think Boris, amongst Conservative Party members, is now more likely to become Prime Minister, not less.
A former senior Downing Street aide has been charged with raping a woman in Edinburgh. Mark Adams worked as a private secretary for Tony Blair and John Major. He appeared at the High Court in Glasgow, accused of attacking the woman in a parked car last summer. Mr Adams denies the charges. 3 members of a grooming gang in Rochdale in Greater Manchester have lost a legal challenge against deporting them to Pakistan. Judges at the Court of Appeal upheld a decision to strip them of their British citizenship. Fiona Trott reports.
In May 2012, 9 men were jailed for abusing girls as young as 13 at takeaways in Rochdale. They plied them with alcohol and drugs and passed them around for sex. 3 years later, 3 members of the gang were told by the Home Office they would be stripped of their British citizenship. Abdul Aziz, Adil Khan and Qari Abdul Rauf challenged the decision, saying it was a breach of their human rights. Their cases were rejected and the men went to the Court of Appeal. Today, 3 appeal judges upheld the original decision.
The Duke of Cambridge has been paying tribute to the Allied forces who fought at the Battle of Amiens in northern France 100 years ago. He was speaking at a service at the city's cathedral to mark the centenary of the battle. The fighting heralded a string of Allied victories that led to the end of the First World War. Prince William said victory had been the result of an international effort.
Amiens was symbolic of the Entente Cordiale, the cooperation without which victory was impossible. It is entirely fitting, therefore, that today that same international coalition has returned to Amiens with our former enemy in peace and partnership.
That's the BBC News at 3:03. Our next at 4.
Thank you, Claire. Thank you very much.
Steve Wright in the afternoon.
Now, the non-stop oldies brought to you daily by Steve Wright in the afternoon.
I'm gonna have my say. I'm going to every disco. stop the motion. If you get the notion, you can't stop the groove, 'cause you just won't move. Got my sunroof down, got my diamond in the back. Put on your shaky ring of moment if you thought I could be back. Shame, shame, shame. Oh, shame on you, girl. If you can't dance too. I said shame, 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 shame on you. If you can't dance too. If you don't want to go, remember one monkey don't stop no show. My body needs action, ain't gonna blow. Yes, I'm going now and find a dancing man. If you really think you're fast, try to catch me if you can. I said shame, shame, shame. Whoa, shame on you, girl. If you can't dance too. I said shame, 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 shame on you. If you can't dance too. Do it, baby. Oh, it's getting to me. I know you can dance, right? Ooh, get it, baby. Shame, shame, shame. Oh, shame on you. If you can't dance too. I said shame, 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 shame on you. If you can't dance too. Don't stop the motion. If you get the notion, you can't stop the groove, 'cause you just won't move. Got my sunroof down, got my diamond in the back. Put on your shaky wiggle moment if you know that I ain't gonna be late. Shame, shame, shame. Shame on you. If you can't dance too. Shame, 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 shame on you. If you can't dance too.
These are the non-stop oldies. Human League coming next.
You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar when I met you. I picked you out, I shook you up and turned you around, turned you into someone new. Now 5 years later on, you've got the world at your feet. Success has been so easy for you. But don't forget, it's me who put you where you are now, and I can put you back down too. Don't you want me? You know I can't believe it when I hear that you won't see
Non-stop oldies as chosen by Imogen Phillips, known as Midge in Swansea. There's Human League, Don't You Want Me, and Seasons in the Sun, Terry Jacks.
Goodbye to you, my trusted friend. We've known each other since we were 9 or 10. Together we've climbed hills and trees, learned of love and ABC, and skinned our hearts and skinned our knees. Goodbye, my friend, it's hard to die when all the birds are singing in the sky. Now that the spring is in the air, pretty girls are everywhere. Think of me and I'll be there. We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun, but the hills that we climbed were just seasons out of time. Goodbye, Papa, please pray for me. I was the black sheep of the family. You tried to teach me right from wrong. Too much wine and too much song, wonder how I got along. Goodbye, Papa, it's hard to die when all the birds are singing in the sky. Now that the spring is in the air, little children everywhere. When you see them, I'll be there. We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun, but the wine and the song, like the seasons, have all gone. We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun, but the wine and the song, like the seasons, have all gone. Goodbye, Michelle, my little one. You gave me love and helped me find the sun. And every time that I was down, you would always come around and get my feet back on the ground. Goodbye, Michelle, it's hard to die when all the birds are singing in the sky. Now that the spring is in the air, with the flowers everywhere, I wish that we could both be there. We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun, but the stars we could reach were just starfish on the beach. We had joy, we had fun,
more key changes on the Royal Mint.
in the sun, but the stars we could reach were just starfish on the beach.
One more.
We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons.
These oldies chosen by Imogen Phillips then. My name is Imogen, though most know me as Midge. Hello, Midge. I'm 17 and I live in South Wales with my mum, Sue, dad, John, sister Harriet, and our 2 Jack Russells, Pippin and Scamp. My hobbies include listening to music as well as playing electric guitar, which I have when I have the spare time, and going to vintage fairs. Currently waiting for my A-level results next week. I think they're next Thursday. And I hope to study history at uni in September. Excellent. I have a strong interest in politics and would love to be a journalist if my degree goes to plan. But if that fails, then I've told my mum that being a radio broadcaster is my plan B. Yes, not a bad idea at all. Either that or I could invest in Bitcoin. Not so sure about that, but it's up to you. It sounds a bit more dangerous. My music taste is quite varied, with influences from my parents from the 70s and 80s pop scene, as well as my own discoveries. I really hope you like the songs that I picked out. Blockbuster, by the way, is my dad's favourite, and Seasons in the Sun is my mum's favourite. So we've got Blockbuster to do. Meantime, let's do this. Loving a Midge.
Swing from limb to limb to relieve this mess I'm in. 'Cause when the
Maida Vale in London. From Radio 2, Wednesday afternoon, these are the non-stop oldies chosen by Imogen Phillips, known as Midge in Swansea. Coming up next half hour, Pascal Jacob, our guest, French author, with his latest book on the history of the circus. I think my old Range Rovers are becoming a bit of a clown car. Doors falling off.
88 to 91 FM. BBC Radio 2. Steve Wright in the afternoon. Non-stop oldies. Take care. You better watch out if you got long black hair. You come from behind. You go out of your mind. You better not go. You never know what you'll find. You're looking inside. Don't be surprised if you don't know what's going on behind his disguise. Nobody knows where Buster goes. You steal your woman out from under your nose. Does anyone know the way? Do we hear someone say? We just haven't got a clue what to do. Does anyone know the way? There's got to be a way to Blockbuster. The cops are out. They're running about. Don't know if they'll ever be able to block Buster out. He's gotta be caught. He's gotta be taught, 'cause he is more evil than anyone here ever thought. Does anyone know the way? Did we hear someone say? We just haven't got it. Does anyone know the way? There's got to be a way to Blockbuster. Did we hear someone say? We just haven't got a clue what to do. Does anyone know the way? There's got to be a way to Blockbuster.
Mitch, that's your dad's favourite. Is that his favourite because he used to go to and from Blockbuster, put the video in the slot, a day late, he'd be fined. All the vids of You Got Mail are out. Do you want Porky's 5 instead? These are the non-stop oldies on Radio 2.
Last night I had the strangest dream. I sailed away to China in a little rowboat to find you, and you said you had to get your laundry clean. Didn't want no one to hold you. What does that mean? And you said, ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. I'm running and I won't touch ground. another girl like you. I will tell her, never want another girl like you. Have to say, oh, ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no, no, I got to keep on moving. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. I'm running and I won't touch ground. Oh no, I got to keep on moving. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down. Oh no, no, I got to keep on moving. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. I'm running and I won't touch ground. Oh no, the non-stop oldies every day.
Dum 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 dee doo ah. Ooh yeah 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 yeah. Oh 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 ah. Only the lonely, only the lonely,
Only the lonely
dum 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 dee doo ah.
know the way I feel tonight.
Yeah 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 yeah.
Only the lonely
Dum 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 dee doo ah.
know this feeling ain't right.
Dum 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 dee doo ah.
And there goes my baby. There goes my heart. They're gone forever. So far apart. But only the lonely know why I cry. Only the lonely
Dum 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 dee doo ah. Ooh yeah 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 yeah. Oh 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 ah. Only the lonely, only the lonely,
only the lonely
dum 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 dee doo ah.
know the heartaches I've been through.
Yeah 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 yeah.
Only the lonely
Dum 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 dee doo ah.
know I cry and cry for you.
Dum 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 dee doo ah.
Maybe tomorrow a new romance, no more sorrow, but that's the chance you gotta take if you're lonely, heartbreak. Only the lonely.
BBC Radio 2.
remember the days in the 80s and the 90s when virtually every other film had Pointer Sisters songs in it. Always at the end. Unless it was a film that had I Love LA in it. Anyhow, those were the non-stop oldies. Elizabeth here, aged 16. Can you give a shout out to my dad, that's Simon, and my mum, Anita? We're currently on our way to North Wales from London, and it's my first time visiting the beautiful country. We've been driving for about 4.5 hours now, so can you ask Dad to take a pit stop so we can have some very late lunch? Yeah, come on. Pull over. Hey, pull over. Can you give a huge, massive thank you to my hubby, Richard, says this, for his wonderful patience. Currently en route home from our Holly Bobs in New Quay to Catterick in North Yorkshire. It's a long haul when towing a caravan. You got a car, haven't you? Love from Angie and Bob and Mads and Hazza. This says, Steve, can you please let my husband John Trevis know that I love him very much, especially today, as that's our 20th anniversary. Happy anniversary. And guess what? We both forgot till someone mentioned. But you know now, right? Yeah, good. Anyway, that's from Penny, so happy anniversary. Let's do some travel to celebrate. Go on then, Bobs.
It's not very nice. First of all, to the Highlands. Now, the A87, you may have heard us talking about this accident. The big problem about the A87 is the diversion route, which I'll take you through. So in the Highlands, the A87 shut between the A863, that's the Sligachen turn, to the A87, which is the Braes turn off. The problem is that's the kind of north-south route. Diversion is to turn left at Sligachen onto the A863 up to Drynok. Then you turn right at Barrackadale back onto the B885 to Portree. That is a long, windy diversion route, so give yourself time if you're heading up there. I don't have a reopening time for the A87 yet. M1 northbound at 41 for Cargate. The entry slip road, there was debris on the carriageway, that's now gone. M1 northbound 27 to 28 for Alfreton. There was a tyre change going on, so one lane was shut there. That's now been lifted. The M6, and thank you for your calls on this. So first of all, southbound 6 to 5. There's a breakdown on the southbound side towards Castle Bromwich. Now the queues are back towards Junction 8 for the top of the M5. And the M6 northbound, we've got an accident between 16 and 17 up towards Sandbach in the roadworks. One lane is shut. And then to the M6 northbound through Birmingham, we had problems between 6 and 7 at Castle Bromwich much earlier. It left queues back towards Junction 4A. It is still heavy through Birmingham up from Junction 5 towards Junction 9. The M5 itself, southbound 5 Droitwich, 6 to Worcester. There's a broken down vehicle there. One lane is shut. To West London, now the A40 eastbound, that's coming into central London. At Greenford, there's been an accident at the Target roundabout, or between the A312 and the A4127, the Greenford flyover. So 2 lanes are shut. So you've got huge queues. If you're heading in from the M40, it's back to the Polish War Memorial. A12 northbound is closed with an accident between Kelvedon North and Junction 25 for Marks Tay. A20 at Farningham is still closed with the accident between Scratchers Lane and the A225. And the A2, if you're westbound, heading from the M25 at Junction 2 to Dartford Heath, there's a breakdown, so take care. One lane is shut. M3 southbound 2 to 3 down towards Bagshot from the M25. There's a breakdown. One lane is closed. And the A3 southbound at the Thursley turn-off to the A333. Another breakdown there. One lane is closed. And finally, M27 eastbound before 12 for Portsmouth. There is still one lane shut for recovery of this earlier accident. Thank you for your lovely updates. Back with another one in half an hour.
Thank you, and we'll be running away with the circus soon. I've just noticed, by the way, every time somebody puts their iPhone on and gets an email, the TV goes off. Sunshine and showers for most of the UK, with southeast England staying dry with some warm sunshine, though it's a lot breezier and feeling much fresher than yesterday. Thank goodness. High of 24 in Cambridge. Then tonight, a mix of clear spells and scattered showers with temperatures a lot cooler overnight.
Good afternoon. Hi, this is Jeremy Vine, I'm very pleased you tuned in. No advice or counselling needed. Can I give you the contact details?
Yo.
It's Eureka-style cheese. That tattoo on your neck looks gorgeous. .co.uk. Let's order something from Amazon. What do you mean it's been dispatched? When is it going to be here? I ordered a flute, not a float. Spend a penny or spend more. .co.uk. Root beer. I'm in the sky. Ooh, am I an HDMI portal at the back of your TV? I don't know.
Sorry, I missed that.
Rolling on a sweepstake 65, loaded with the cheapskates, barely alive. I said, yeah, I come undone. Rolling out with Jimmy, you can see the cracks. Taps me on the shoulder, had a heart attack. I said, yeah, come undone. And when you push me, yeah, you push me, yeah, you push me too far. I sit and then I cry up on the strings on my guitar. And everybody tells me that it's sha-la-la-la-la. Oh yeah. Stop me on the avenue, cuffs on my wrist. Told me I was driving like a ballroom blitz. I said, yeah, I'm so high and strung. Every time you leave me, it comes to this. Mixing with the medicine man scientist. I said, yeah, I'm so high and strung. And when you push me, yeah, you push me, yeah, you push me too far. I sit and then I cry upon the strings on my guitar. And everybody tells me that it's sha-la-la-la-la. Oh yeah. Come to this late night, all night, miss your kiss. I said, yeah, I'm so highly strung. Why does it always have to come to this late night, all night, miss your kiss? I said, yeah, I'm so highly strung, strung, strung.
Pascal Jacob is an acclaimed author, circus arts historian, and lecturer at the Sorbonne in France, with over 30 books published on the circus. His new book, The Circus, A Visual History, is a highly illustrated book of the circus from around the world, charting the evolution of the travelling circus and how it evolved from antiquity to present day. And he's here to talk all about the circus, which is great because Bobby is also here and she is from a circus family. So we welcome Pascal. Welcome to our little show, Pascal. How are you?
Thank you.
So when, in your studies and in your view, did the circus as we know it today, or even as it was, because you say it goes back to antiquity. So when was the first moment we saw circus?
The 4th of April, 1768.
4th of April, we've got the actual
yeah,
date.
It's very precise. It's very precise. Easter Monday, and in 1768. So it means we celebrate the 250 years of circus.
Who was the inventor of the circus, and what happened on that day?
Cavalry officer Philip Hasley. And you know, Philip in Greek is Philippos, the guy who loved horses. So it was perfect. And he was demobilized and he didn't know exactly what to do for life. But he was a good rider and he has a really, really good feeling with horses. So he saw some people doing some tricks on horseback in London.
Right.
And he said, I will do the same.
So was the circus anything like, in the early days, the fairground or a travelling minstrel show? Or did it set out to be what it eventually became straight away? And a two-part question, when did all of the other stuff come? The acrobats, the clowns, the cars, and the animals and like?
As soon as Hasley was able to close the space and even to put a roof, the circus became a show more for rich people. To have a horse at the time was a symbol of power. So the people, because he was doing incredible tricks, the admiration of the people who have horses by themselves, but they were not able to do that, were the big part of the success.
So they were hugely impressed, obviously. And the closed space that you talk about, was it always a tent from the very beginning?
No. At the very beginning and until the end of 19th century, the circus was presented in buildings. Wooden buildings at the beginning.
So there would be a theatre?
Like big theatre. The European circus discovered the tent. The tent came from America, and the tent gave them freedom. They were able to work anywhere, anytime.
And travel, of course.
And travel.
I've always thought that circus performers might not have got the respect that they deserve, because these are very skilled performers, great entrepreneurs, great public servants. In the old days, they looked after animals, and yet they never seemed to get the respect, I thought.
It's a good point, I think. There is no star in the circus. The circus is more a concept, an idea, a collective show. Everybody is a part of the show, in a way. Even if they have individual acts, they are able to play different roles. So it's really a collective form.
We're here with Pascal Jacob talking about the circus. The book is called The Circus of Visual History. Bobby.
What I loved about this is not only have you included images of performers, but you've really looked at some individual performers I hadn't seen before, but also how you sell those shows, the posters. And I love the ones you've chosen, lots that I haven't seen before, because it's all right putting a show on the road, but you've got to sell it and get people through the doors.
I think so, yeah. The circus has been a beautiful pretext for some illustrators and painters sometimes to create beautiful, beautiful posters. And it's interesting because if you look at the 19th century posters, everything is on the paper. You have just to admire. You want to go there to verify, to check if it's true. The more you go in the 20th century, the less the images are more focusing on a big clown face or a tiger, an elephant.
But does that also give them an opportunity, if there's a problem, they can change the act? They don't have to deliver exactly what it says on the tin.
It's a part of the freedom, because if for any reason you have a trouble with the dog act or the trapeze girl or the juggler, who cares? A circus show is looking like a mosaic. You know, and you can change a puzzle without a perfect image. So you can change the pieces and it works, always.
Okay, let's take a break, play some music, and then we'll chat some more to Pascal Jacob about his book, The Circus of Visual History, everybody. Okay, we're back now with author Pascal Jacob, whose latest book is The Circus of Visual History. And Bobby's also here because she's from a circus family, as I mentioned. So now I'm going to ask Bobby a question, and then I'm going to ask you the same. Did you find when working in the circus, and you're a performer, of course, that you're competing with other performers? Or, as Pascal said earlier on, you're obviously working with other performers, but there's an element of competition to be better.
I think you want the whole show to be better. And like Pascal was saying, it's an ensemble piece. The whole show has to be great. There's always different acts that bring different elements. Like if you didn't have your ground act, you wouldn't be able to get your net up for your flying trapeze. So everyone has a reason. But the other thing that's really interesting, and I always think, is the aesthetic or what you're wrapping around your skill. Because trad circus in the UK is very much skill-based. But if you look around, especially now, there's much more interesting elements that are coming through. There's your skill, there's your performer, but it's presented in a wholly different way. You only have to think about Cirque Soleil, all those skilled people, but incorporated in a different way and bigger values, I think. I mean, that Cirque Soleil has changed things, hasn't it, Pascal?
And that's competitive, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what? I think that's really an interesting point because the competition is with yourself, in a way. If you bring some kids in a place to do some dance or sport, they will have the best of the best among all the other ones. In a circus class, if you are not good to jump, maybe you will be an amazing juggler. So it gives to each kid his own identity. It helps everybody to push the limits, but your own limits. And you don't have to compete with anybody else.
Two questions about trad circus and about, modern day circus, if you like, because, there are still those circuses around and about. Clowns, it's quite interesting to me. If you ask a kid if they like clowns, they say no. Clowns are frightening. Yet, the circus always depicted clowns as jolly kind of uncle-type figures. But they're actually quite frightening, aren't they?
Think about Stephen King.
Yeah. Well, exactly, yeah.
The cover of the book, it's a frightening clown. And I can imagine, yes, for a kid.
So how did that evolve?
So you can find or feel some clown influences in the Greek traditional theater.
Yeah.
The Commedia dell'arte in Italy is also a reflection about clowning.
So he might be, or she might be an amalgam of all of those influences.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. After that, because, there is a kind of filtration of characters, the clowns became circus symbol.
Have you performed it yourself, Pascal?
No.
Not tempted to run away?
No. My way to do circus is to design costumes.
Do you think it's possible to tame a lion with a chair?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
You need to be nice with the lion, and the lion will be nice with you. I think that's the beginning of the relation.
But of course, circus has changed now, as depicted in your book, over the years, and there are less animal circuses, and there are more rules and regs. And some might say the trad circus, I don't know, would you say that the trad circus is gradually disappearing or just evolving into something else?
There's always going to be trad circus. That's a style of circus, but there's some brilliant ones. You only have to look what Nell Gifford's done. She's worked with a lot of theatre people and non-circus people and created this great little show which has grown and grown and grown. And also things like Cassis from Australia, great human circus.
Moscow State.
Moscow State is a trad circus, though. It's Russian performers.
Right.
But also, just because something's small doesn't mean it's not great. I say Cassis and Nell Gifford are both small shows that tour in different ways, and they are basically, I think, the future.
I know that this book is mainly an historic book. In your opinion, the greatest circus performer you've ever heard of and or seen?
I can tell you, I have a good example. And we talk about the trapeze flyer from the 30s. And my parents had a small house in the suburb of Paris. And an old man was living close of the house. And one day, we started to talk. And he told me, I loved circus. And he said, when I was a kid, I went to the circus very often. And he saw there a group of flying trapeze people, but he remembered their name. He saw the flying codonas. The flying codonas, it's maybe the most amazing trapeze act which has been ever done in the world.
Really?
And the guy, 60 years after, he was not able to give me another name, but he saw the codonas. And it's impossible to know why. But even when you look at some pictures, you feel Alfredo Codona was a flyer out of space. He was completely, on a picture you can feel that.
Yeah.
So this guy was beyond circus.
Wow. Well, the book is wonderful, by the way. Pascal Jacobs' new book, The Circus. It's a visual history and is out tomorrow. Thank you. Merci, Pascal. I'll see you next time.
Thank you very much.
Pascal Jacob, everybody.
Thank you.
That was brilliant. It's all yours, Action Man.
Meeting Mr. Wright, the man of my dreams, the one who showed me true love, or at least it seemed. With brown cocoa skin and curly black hair, just the way he looks at me, that gentle loving stare. Finally, you come along. The way I feel about you, it just can't be wrong. If you only knew the way I feel about you, I just can't describe it. Oh no, no, finally it's happened to me right in front of my face. My feelings can't describe it. Finally it has happened to me right in front of my face, and I just cannot hide it. Finally it has happened to me right in front of my face. My feelings can't describe it. Finally it has happened to me right in front of my face, and I just cannot hide it. It seems so many times you seem to be the one, but all he ever wanted was to have a little fun. But now you come along and brighten up my world. In my heart I feel it, I'm that special kind of girl. Finally you come along. The way I feel about you, it just can't be wrong. If you only knew the way I feel about you, I just can't describe it. Oh no, no, finally it has happened to me right in front of my face. My feelings can't describe it. Finally it has happened to me right in front of my face, and I just cannot hide it. Finally it has happened to me right in front of my face. My feelings can't describe it. Finally it has happened to me right in front of my face, and I just cannot hide it.
That Action Man, he can move, can't he? C.T. Peniston, finally.
Finally it's happened to me right in front of my face. My feelings can't describe it.
Coming down to 5 to 4 in the UK, and here is Bobby Pryor.
Thank you, Steve. First of all, it's the Highlands to the A87. Now, the 87 is still closed at the A863, which is a diversion route at Sleagachen, all the way to the A87. That diversion route, please give yourself plenty of time for. The M62 on the eastbound side, 22 to 24 Ainley Top. Looks like we've got an accident that's closed 2 lanes. M6, a new problem southbound now between 18 and 17. There's an accident that's closed 1 lane. Also on the M6 northbound, we had an accident between 17 and 18. And on the M6 southbound again, we had another breakdown between 6 and 5. So if you're heading down to Castle Bromwich, we've got some queues heading down from 8. So for the top of the M5 is very slow. M56 on the eastbound side between 7 and 6. That's through to Hale from the Bowden turn off the A556. We've got an accident, so 1 lane is shut. So that's towards Manchester. And then to the M1 on the northbound side at 21 on the exit slip road to Leicester. There's an accident there. And then the A40 A40 eastbound at Greenford. Coming into London, 2 lanes are closed with an accident between the A312 and the Greenford flyover, the A4127. A12 northbound is still closed between Kelvedon North and Junction 25 for Marks Tay. And just got some news in about the M23. We've got another accident if you're southbound at Junction 4. That's 1 lane shut there, so give yourself plenty of time. And the A2 westbound, so heading away from the M25 towards London at Dartford Heath, there's a breakdown, and that's closed 1 lane. Back with another one for you, half an hour.
Okay, thank you, Bobby.
If you want, and it is a big if you want to contact, which is basically us saying, please contact Steve Wright in the afternoon. Email, no ifs, ands, or buts. We've ditched the if. It's you're going to contact Steve Wright in the afternoon. Please email him at steve.wright@bbc.co.uk. Text 88291 or tweet at BBC Radio 2. If and or but, choose them all. Do it.
Party's already started.
Weekday mornings from 6:30.
Please welcome
The Chris Evans Breakfast Show.
Alexandra Burke and Matt Carlos with his
Strictly is not that far off again.
I couldn't live it again. I'm all right, thanks, baby.
The Feeling are with us. You didn't rehearse, did you?
No, we just kind of played.
Couldn't tell.
Come and fill my little world right up, right up.
You still got it, haven't you? Yeah. Stop it now. Stop showing off. That's my job.
Fluked it the first time round. That's it. I'm done now.
And this Friday, we're joined by Denzel Washington, Matthew McFadden, and live music from the Coral.
The Chris Evans Breakfast Show.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
BBC Radio
2. Together forever. And this is Steve Wright in the afternoon. Thank you, Rick. That's enough now, friend. In the showbiz cuts, Paloma Faith, Macy Williams, big guest Hayley Atwell, movie star. There's Tim, there's Bobby, there's Betty Glover on sport, Claire on news, factoid, social media and much more from BBC Maida Vale. United Kingdom across planet Earth. This is BBC Radio 2, online on digital radio and on 88 and 91 FM.
BBC News at 4 o'clock. This is Claire Runacres. British Gas is increasing prices for 3.5 million customers for the second time this year. The firm's standard variable tariff will go up by 3.8% in October, meaning the annual bill for a typical dual-fuel customer will be £44 more expensive. Centrica, which owns British Gas, is blaming the rising cost of energy on the wholesale markets. Jasmine Birtles from moneymagpie.com says consumers should be able to find a better deal elsewhere.
Although the raw materials have gone up, it's interesting that many of the smaller companies are offering quite a lot lower prices. We do also have the issue, and a lot of consumer groups point this out, that these big energy companies are far more interested, it seems, in giving shareholders profits than in giving the consumers a decent low price to help them through the year.
A court has heard that the England cricketer Ben Stokes was the main aggressor in a fight outside a nightclub in Bristol last year. The Durham all-rounder is one of 3 men accused of a fray. All deny the charge. The former Attorney General has threatened to leave the Conservative Party if Boris Johnson ever becomes leader. Dominic Grieve is the latest senior Tory to criticise the ex-Foreign Secretary for writing that women who wore the burqa looked like letterboxes. But Keith Parker, who's a Conservative councillor and the Deputy Mayor of Brentwood in Essex, said his constituents hadn't been offended by the remarks. He said grassroots support for Mr Johnson remains strong.
Well, I haven't heard anybody remark that they felt it was racist. I've heard a few laughs. I think it was a bit tongue-in-cheek, and I would have expected most people to accept it as that. But, Boris was actually saying that he didn't think that we should ban the burqa in open spaces, which other countries have decided to do.
Homebase is expected to announce it's closing a quarter of its stores. More than 1,000 jobs could be at risk in a restructuring plan aimed at preventing the retailer going into administration. The Court of Appeal has upheld a decision to strip 3 members of a grooming gang from Rochdale of their British citizenship. Abdul Aziz, Adil Khan and Qari Abdul Rauf argued that the action by the Home Office in 2015 had been a breach of their human rights. The men, who also hold Pakistani citizenship, will now face deportation. The Prime Minister and the Duke of Cambridge have been speaking at a special service to mark the centenary at the Battle of Amiens at the city's cathedral. The battle was seen as a turning point in the First World War, which ended 3 months later. Theresa May read this extract from the war memoirs of the then Prime Minister, David Lloyd George.
The reports of the battle received by the Cabinet from the front showed how little even the victors understood the immense effect of the triumph they had won. The actual ground captured was not extensive. The effect of the victory was moral and not territorial.
That's the BBC News at 4:03. Our next at 5.
Thank you, Claire. Now sport with Betty Glover.
Now, there's just one day to go before transfer deadline day for Premier League clubs, and Chelsea looks set to break the world record fee for a goalkeeper. Spaniard Kepa Arrizabalaga has bought himself out of his Athletic Bilbao contract ahead of a potential £71 million move. The Blues made Kepa their number 1 target to replace Thibaut Courtois. Manchester United look increasingly likely to go into the new season with the squad as it is now. BBC Sport understands United aren't close to signing anyone. Meanwhile, we also believe Paul Pogba isn't after more money or a move away from Old Trafford. The window closes tomorrow at 5 p.m. Team Sky's Italian rider Gianni Moscon has been suspended for 5 weeks. It follows his expulsion from the Tour de France for an altercation with another rider. Now, it's day 7 of the European Championships, and Great Britain's Tim Duckworth leads the decathlon with just 2 events to go. He has a 70-point advantage. The javelin and 1,500 metres are to come this evening. And Britain anticipates adding to 6 gold medals so far in the swimming pool later. Siobhan Marie O'Connor goes into the 200-metre individual medley final. And can anyone stop Adam Peaty? Well, he has his 50-metre breaststroke final later today.
Thank you very much. More sport later.
Steve Wright in the afternoon. Radio 2.
Three, four.
88 to 91 FM. BBC Radio 2.
One night in a disco on the outskirts of Frisco, I was cruising with my favorite gang. The place was so boring, filled with out-of-towners touring. I knew that it wasn't my thing. I really wasn't caring, but I felt my eyes staring at a guy who stuck out in the crowd. He had the kind of body that would shame Adonis, and a face that would make any man proud. Oh, what wow! He's the greatest dancer. Oh, what wow! That I've ever seen. Oh, what wow! He's the greatest dancer. Oh, what wow! The champion of dance, his moves will put you in a trance, and he never leaves the disco alone. Arrogance but not conceit, as a man he's complete. My creme de la creme, please take me home. He wears the finest clothes, the best designers, heaven knows. Ooh, from his head down to his toes. Halston, Gucci, Fiorucci, he looks like a steal. That man is dressed to kill. Oh, what wow! He's the greatest dancer. Oh, what wow! That I've ever seen. I've ever seen him. He's the greatest dancer. Oh, what wow! That I've ever seen.
The greatest dancer. Hey Steve, can I please say a huge thank you to Ben Jenkins? It's my birthday today and he's already made me breakfast earlier whilst Mum and Dad are away on holiday in sunny Lanzarote. Later he's taking me out to the cinema. What a great little brother from Sam Jenkins in Herefordshire. You should see the Mission Impossible movie, it's brilliant, if you haven't already. Sister Sledge and Seals and Crofts. Showbiz next.
See the curtains hanging in the window in the evening on a Friday night. Little light is shining through the window, lets me know everything's alright. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Blowing through the jasmine in my mind. See the paper laying on the sidewalk, a little music from the house next door. So I walk on up to the doorstep, through the screen and across the floor. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Days of summer, the jasmine's in bloom. July is dressed up and playing her tune, and I come home from a hard day's work, and you're waiting there, not a care in the world. See the smile of Wayne in the kitchen. reach out to hold me in the evening when the day is through. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine.
4:11 in the United Kingdom. This is Radio 2. There's Seals and Crofts and Summer Breeze. In the social media, hashtag International Cat Day is trending on Twitter. Magnus tweets, got a cat in the window and a cat asleep on the bed. Perfect way to spend hashtag International Cat Day. Google, people are searching for Samuel L. Jackson. Hey, Sam, as he's set to play Nick Fury in Spider-Man Far From Home. And our good friend and colleague Alan Carr will host a revival of the game show Play Your Cards Right, which was first launched in 1980 and ran until 2003, hosted, of course, by Brucey. Ruby Rose, who's been in Orange is the New Black and the John Wicks films, will play the first openly LGBT superhero in a new TV show, Batwoman. It's believed that Batwoman will be introduced in an upcoming crossover episode featuring other DC characters, Supergirl, The Flash, and Green Arrow. Now, what else is going on? Paloma Faith is playing various summer gigs across the country this month. On Friday, she's at Haydock Park Racecourse on Merseyside. She's been talking about touring and her latest album, The Architect, and says she's delighted that fans still come and see her after she took a break to have her first child.
There is all that was that thing, and I think all women go through it when they're off leave for maternity leave. They think there might not be a job when they come back, and actually it's amazing to feel that there is a job for me now that I've come back, and I'm so grateful that people are listening to it and enjoying the record. Some of the social media comments and stuff have been mind-blowing. I've just been so pleased, and really amazing people tweeting about it too.
And Ken Jeong was on the red carpet in Los Angeles for the premiere of the rom-com Crazy Rich Asians. You'll know Ken from the Hangover movies. It's the first time in 25 years that an all-Asian cast has starred in a Hollywood movie, and Ken's absolutely overjoyed.
We want it to be successful. We want it to be impactful. We want it to be good. We want it to entertain. We want it to be all these things, because there's the first Asian American studio Hollywood movie in 25 years, and we all recognize the significance. But to be honest, right now as I'm talking to you, I feel nothing but excitement. No pressure, just excitement and pure joy right now to be talking to you, sharing this. It's bigger than all of us, you know what I mean?
Cheers, Ken. Macy Williams was Grimmy's penultimate guest on the Radio 1 breakfast show this morning. Macy's now completely finished with Game of Thrones, but forgot to take any proper souvenirs from the set. Oh.
Katie Taylor, who dressed me on the show, she took my little doublet jacket and she's like sending it to me in the post. So,
amazing.
Yeah, in terms of actually taking something, like I didn't take anything other than a lot of dirt in my hair and under my fingernails.
I guess this is what you get. Throwing pebbles in the ocean, yeah. Watching ripples as they spread, turn into waves and come back again over your head. Oh, darling, 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 I had so much love to give, you took it all. I ain't falling for it. Do you hear these words the way they meant? Baby, this ain't nothing like a love song, baby.
Sarah Cox at the Fringe. 10 o'clock tonight, Sarah's joined by theatre critic Louis Wise to find out the best shows to go and see.
Saturday breakfast.
Oh, yeah, I'm hyped.
With Dermot O'Leary.
On the phones, awaiting your call.
Hello there, Dermot.
How are you, Monica? You are spending time today on your river pod, which is a caravan on water. This is a wonderful thing, isn't it? What do you look out onto?
Look out, just the river with the swans going past, the ducks, kingfishers.
Do you ever go for a swim?
No, I don't fancy it, actually.
Saturday breakfast.
Let's not go too far here, Dermot, all right?
With Dermot O'Leary.
Could you give a shout out to my wonderful partner Stuart, surfing in Wales for his 50th birthday? God, Stuart sounds cool, doesn't he? We just need to hang out with Stuart more.
Saturday mornings from 8.
Nice way to start the morning.
On BBC Radio 2.
Let's have a look at some things that we didn't look at earlier on. There may be one in an old coat pocket or hidden down the back of a sofa. What am I talking about? What am I talking about, everybody?
Guitar plectrums.
Oh, don't be silly. Around 169 million round £1 coins have not been returned to the Royal Mint 9 months after they stopped being legal tender. The round £1 coin was replaced by the 12-sided version in October last year, with millions of the old coins being melted down to create new ones. Now, do you think you can spend them? What do you say?
No, but you might get one away if you go to a boot fair, you know? Someone might not notice that.
Oh, no, don't be... That's not nice.
No, I'm talking... That's what happened to me when I was selling a load of stuff and I came back with 2 old pound coins that I didn't spot.
Oh, really?
You still take them to a bank, though, or direct to the Bank of England. I think you've got to go with an old canvas-style cash bag and knock on the door of the Bank of England in Threadneedle Street and say, oi, exchange these old pound coins.
Yeah, it says you can't spend the old coin, but you can still take it to your bank and deposit it into your account. So if you're listening to this, obviously you are, when you park up, have a look down the back seats of the car. There's bound to be some down there on your sofa and everywhere else. And most people, you always call it a muggly drawer or muddly drawer?
Muddly drawer, yeah.
What is that?
It's full of muddle, isn't it? It's all muddly. There's a bit of string in there. There's some old sellotape where your wife's forgotten to do the thing at the end, so you can't actually get to the end of the sellotape.
Oh, yeah.
Fountain
also
pens.
Batteries. You're never sure if they work.
Oh, leaky batteries are in there, aren't they?
Paper clips.
Yeah.
A stapler, a little mini stapler that you got in a Christmas cracker with no staples in it.
An old torch, but it hasn't got the bottom bit on it.
Exactly, so it doesn't work. You can't make it work.
Yeah. I like the story earlier on today. This was about Sandy Tosvik, and it was in the Daily Mail, being mistaken for Tom Cruise.
I'm sorry.
I'm not sure who I feel sorry for the most there.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think that's a great story. And she's got a great sense of humour about it as well. British Gas is to increase prices for 3.5 million customers. Its parent company, Centrica, announced earlier on today. This is an interesting story. Airbnb has called off a competition offering a chance to spend a night on the Great Wall of China. The accommodation site asked people to write a 500-word essay, 500 words, on overcoming cultural boundaries in a bid to win a once-in-a-lifetime experience. But the plan has sparked mixed feedback and concerns it could contribute to the historic structure being damaged.
I saw this. I saw it when it was launched. It's like an old gatehouse, isn't it, along the wall?
Yeah.
And it's been done out quite luxuriously, but it's got no roof. That's what I noticed. So you'd have to go in summer or when the weather was good and when the forecast certainly wasn't wet. It's got no roof, but that's a shame because it would have been wonderful to sleep the night there.
And you put it in Airbnb, says you've got a good view.
It's got a great view, but it's got no roof.
But you just got to look at it as like a piece of land. You can camp on it, sure.
Yeah, well, no, I don't think so.
Well, if you're going to damage it, though, no.
Yeah.
No, but one of those, pop-up tents, you just pull out the bag and it pops up and it puts itself
Well,
there.
whatever. The competition's not there for you anymore. Yeah. What you got there, Tim?
This is a good one. More than a third of what have closed in the past 20 years?
Well, pubs.
No, not pubs.
Oh, nurseries.
No, not nurseries. You want to have one more guess?
I would say banks.
No, more than a third of public toilets have closed in the past 20 years. It's estimated that in 1998 there were approximately 6,000 public loos run by local councils. They've been reduced by 39% because of financial cutbacks. And in this study, which is being used to launch Use Our Loos campaign, it also found that 12 of the 266 councils which responded didn't provide any public toilets.
There is a bit of a trend in the West End of London, and I don't know if it's like it elsewhere, to take one of those public loos and turn them into restaurants under the pavement.
They have done that, yeah.
I'm not particularly keen myself, but, they seem to be doing very well. You're on The Big Show.
BBC Radio 2.
Break down, tears fall to the ground. Tell myself they were nothing, can't be found. And you're a fighter, You're a fighter, fight on, baby. Some days I'm sure I'll lose to fate. Some days I cannot find my faith, but I just fight on, baby, baby. And I am a wounded warrior, now that the enemy's closing in. I am a wounded warrior, looking for someone to let me in. I'm begging you, take me in. I'm surrendering back in blue. But if I'm with you, if I'm with you, I'll live to fight on through. I let go, walk into the unknown. If I surrender, if I lay my arms down, am I a fighter? Am I a fighter? 'Cause I've been fighting so long, baby. And I am a wounded warrior, now that the enemy's closing in. I am a wounded warrior, looking for someone to let me in. I'm begging you, take me in. I'm surrendering back in blue. But if I'm with you, if I'm with you, I'll live to fight on through. I am a wounded warrior, now that the enemy's closing in. I am a wounded warrior, looking for someone to let me in. I am a wounded warrior, now that the enemy's closing in, looking for someone to let me in. Looking for someone to let me in.
That is Smashing Paloma. Hayley Atwell, next half hour actress starring alongside Ewan McGregor in the new Disney movie Christopher Robin. Little later on, double acts with Bill Kenwright tonight at 9. Bill looks back at the comedy partnership of Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis between 1946 and 1956. They were a worldwide sensation on film, TV, radio, as well as live performers. Now we're back to Bobby.
Steve, thank you. First of all, to the Highlands and the latest on the A87. No change. A87 is still shut for investigation work following this earlier accident between the A863, that's the Slegacken turn, and the A87, which is the Braes turn off. The diversion is via the A863. Give yourself time for this. It's a long one. Up to Dryknock, and then you turn right up to Brackadale onto the B885 to Portree. So that is still ongoing. A65 between Skipton and Hellifield at Coniston Cold. It's still blocked completely with an accident at Coniston Cold, so they're holding the traffic to move this vehicle. M62 eastbound, 22 to 24, Richmouth Moor, Ainley Top. Got some debris on the carriageway, one lane is shut. M56 towards Manchester, eastbound, between Junction 7 for Bowden, that's the A556 turn-off, and Junction 6 for Hale. There's an accident, so you've got one lane shut there. And the M6, now southbound, 18 to 17 in the roadworks, Holmes Chapel to Sandbach, we've got one lane shut. Then on the M6 northbound, we had an accident between 16 and 17 up towards Sandbach. That's all been cleared, however, you've still got heavy delays. And then back to the M6 heading south again. We've had two breakdowns between 6 and 5, Spaghetti Junction and Castle Bromwich. There was one, they quickly cleared it. Then there was another one, so you've still got big queues. And then northbound, you've still got congestion from 5 to 9 in patches following an earlier breakdown. There was one between 5 and 6, one between 6 and 8, and another one at 9. M1 northbound at 21 for Leicester on the exit Slit Road. We've got an accident still there. You can just about get past it. The A40 eastbound coming into London at Greenford. We've still got this accident at the Target roundabout being recovered between the A312 and the Greenford flyover. One lane is shut now. And the A12 northbound has reopened between Kilburn Hilverton North and Junction 25. However, still one lane closed. And problems for the M3. Now southbound between the M25 at 2 and 3 at Bagshot. They're holding the traffic to move that breakdown. And then further down on the M3 heading south at 4 at Camberley. So ahead of that, there's an accident that's closed 2 lanes. And then finally to the M23. Second breakdown from the M25 at 7 to 9 at Gatwick Airport means more queues there. Back with another one for you in half an hour.
Thanks, Bobby. Now, this guy used to be a massive star in Europe, had this massive hit a few years back. It's called Indian Summer is Joe Dassin, or, as I can pronounce it very well in French, Le Et Indien. You know.
Tu sais, je n'ai jamais été aussi heureux que ce matin-là. Nous marchions sur une plage, un peu comme celle-ci. C'était l'automne. Un automne où il faisait beau. Une saison qui n'existe que dans le nord de l'Amérique. Là-bas, on l'appelle l'été indien, mais c'était tout simplement le nôtre. Avec ta robe longue, tu ressemblais à une aquarelle de Marie Laurencin. Et je me souviens très bien de ce que je t'ai dit ce matin-là. Il y a un an, il y a un siècle, il y a une éternité. On ira où tu voudras, quand tu voudras. Et l'on s'aimera encore lorsque l'amour sera mort. Toute la vie sera pareil à ce matin, aux couleurs de l'été indien. Aujourd'hui, je suis très loin de ce matin d'automne, mais c'est comme si j'y étais. Je pense à toi. Où es-tu? Que fais-tu? Est-ce que j'existe encore pour toi? Je regarde cette vague qui n'atteindra jamais la dune. Tu vois, comme elle, je reviens en arrière. Comme elle, je me couche sur le sable et je me souviens. Je me souviens des marées hautes, du soleil et du bonheur qui passaient sur la mer. Il y a une éternité, un siècle, il y a un an. On ira où tu voudras, quand tu voudras. Et l'on s'aimera encore lorsque l'amour sera mort. Toute la vie sera pareille à ce matin, aux couleurs de l'été indien.
Think of me when this is just a memory. Will you still be loving me when the summer is gone? Les Et Indiennes, Joe Dassin. Atwell is a star of stage and screen, known for her theatre roles, such as A View from a Bridge and as Peggy Carter in the Marvel Universe. Oh, my goodness, I know. She'll play Evelyn Robin in the new Disney film Christopher Robin, which is out in cinemas next Friday, 17th of August, alongside Ewan McGregor as the grown-up Christopher Robin, friend, of course, of Winnie the Pooh. And it's Hayley. Hello, good afternoon.
Thanks for having me.
Well, it's absolutely our pleasure. You're at a very posh hotel, we should say, and we're down here at Maida Vale. Anyway, listen, how are you coping with the summer, the hot weather? You loving it?
I'm loving it because I'm inside a hotel that has air conditioning, which is probably very rare for London. I don't feel like any kind of extreme weather. London can't cope. I'm either too cold or too hot. I don't know what's going on.
So let's talk about the movie. Christopher Robin, of course, I always remember from when I was a kid. He was a kid, but now he's grown up, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And you are his wife, who becomes estranged?
Yeah, a little bit. So Christopher Robin, at the beginning, we find out this is the fictional character of Christopher Robin, so it's not in any way a true story.
No.
We find out that
How many talking bears do you see?
Well, you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
It's basically a story of a man who loses his way, part of experiencing the troubles of war and coming back from war, but then also very similar to, as we all have to experience, being burdened by everyday responsibilities and providing for our family.
Yeah.
And so he's kind of misses out on the good things in life, i.e. his marriage and time with his daughter, because he's a bit overwhelmed by the tasks ahead of him. And it's kind of Winnie the Pooh and friends who come back into his life to help him find his way and hopefully find his way back to his family.
Are you hearing yourself? You need to quit.
I think that decision's about to be made for me. Stick with me, Piglet. I'll fix it. You worry too much.
We'll never get to Christopher now.
Maybe we should ask if anyone's seen a bear or a tiger or a very small donkey.
Darling, these creatures aren't real.
Don't worry, this is part of the plan.
Yeah, but we don't want to fly out.
We just need a leap of faith.
Listen, I will call Dr. Cunningham on Monday, I think, with the right amount of rest and...
Christopher!
Tigger! Eeyore!
Piglet!
Well, we don't want to give too much away, but how does he kind of reconnect?
Well...
Or you don't want to say, do you?
No,
Well,
I will say that Pooh appears when Pooh is needed. He's like this Zen master.
And not only Pooh either.
Yeah. Do you want to rephrase that or not? No.
Not really, because I'm having a lot of fun.
I understand, Hayley, this was a role you really wanted, to the extent where you had to go and find some Wi-Fi in the middle of the Mediterranean in order to get the part. Is that right?
This is true. So my life sounds so much more glamorous when I'm speaking about it on a radio show than the reality. But this is a very glamorous story. So I was on holiday and I was on a boat in Greece, and I got an email saying Mark Forster, the director, wants you to speak with him about Christopher Robin. And I said, that's very nice. Wow, fantastic. But I've got very erratic Wi-Fi. So I went to the captain and he said, do you see that rock really far away? If you go like 10 minutes past that rock in that direction, you might be able to pick up Wi-Fi. So I put on a life jacket, tucked my phone into it, jumped on a jet ski, drove in the direction of the rock, past the rock, and then found myself in the middle of the Aegean with no evidence of civilization, got on the Wi-Fi, said, hi, Mr. Forster, director of huge Hollywood films.
I'm in.
Welcome to my office.
What a great story. That is brilliant. He couldn't refuse you then, could he?
I couldn't, exactly.
And it lived presumably up to your expectation as well.
Yeah, he was great. I mean, to have someone like him come and do a Disney film is really smart, because he wasn't afraid to make some kind of adult themes come alive in the film. So there are sad, somber moments which have had a lot of adults crying. It's when you hear Jim Cummings' voice as Pooh Bear and you go, oh, and there's something immediately connected back to childhood.
Yes.
Yeah, and there's only been 3, I believe, and the baton has been passed. You know, it's a huge honour. And Jim, obviously, he is also the voice of Tigger and many other well-known beloved characters, and he's a living legend within the Disney world and within the movie history.
And what do we call it? We call it live action. What's the kind of the format? How do you describe it on radio to people? It's human beings.
It's human beings.
Not cartoons.
No, so it's human beings interacting with live action. So they look like animated toys. So you can see hairs on Pooh Bear.
Right, yeah.
What about working for the Marvel Universe? I mean, you've done TV series, right? You did Agent Carter, right?
Yeah, and Captain
movie.
America, and
Yeah. What's that like? I mean, it's a phenomenon, isn't it, that nobody really expected?
No, absolutely. It's bizarre. It's also, I think, very surreal for me as an actor to be able to revisit the one character, because you normally go from job to job, character to character, really. And she's kind of taken on a world of her own. So I feel you never know what's going to land with an audience and have a lasting impact. And how nice that it's Peggy Carter, who seems to be a symbol of empowerment. And I think a lot of people have an affinity with her. So, and of course, the Marvel world have such this kind of winning formula of those franchises.
Not only are you immensely talented, but also you get to do all these other genres of work. I mean, you do a lot of theatre, you do a lot of television, you do movies. I know that you're doing some Shakespeare, in the autumn, aren't you?
Yeah, I start rehearsals tomorrow.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. It's very exciting. This is Shakespeare's Measure at the Donmar Warehouse, which opens in September. But this time, I'm playing both roles. I'm swapping roles halfway through, and I'm doing the man's role in the second half of the play.
Oh, really?
Which means that Jack Loudon and I have to learn each other's roles.
Yes, of course.
I've said to him quite shamelessly, if I see him doing anything that I think's any good, I will be stealing it and using it for myself.
Quite right too.
Yes, but in the end, I mean, it's Shakespeare's lovely lines that you have to do, right?
Can't really improv in iambic pentameter. Look, not what thou art can do for thyself, but you can't fake that sort of thing.
No.
Yeah.
You can see Hayley Atwell in Christopher Robin. It's in cinemas from next Friday. That's 17th of August, and it's rated U, and it looks lovely. I mean, it just looks absolutely lovely. True to say, a family movie.
Indeed. It will give you all the feels.
Yeah. See you next time. Thanks, Hayley.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye. Hayley Atwell, everybody. Awesome.
BBC Radio 2 in the United Kingdom.
There used to be a graying tower alone on the sea. You became the light on the dark side of me. Love remains a drug that's the high and not the pill. But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can't be seen? A man can tell you so much he can say. You remain my power, my pleasure, my pain, baby. To me you're like a grown addiction that I can't deny. Won't you tell me, is that healthy, baby? But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can't be seen? There is so much a man can tell me, so much he can say. You remain my power, my pleasure, my pain. To me you're like a grown addiction that I can't deny. Now won't you tell me, is that healthy, baby? But did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can't be seen.
Baby! Oh, we love it. It's Seal. We've got almost 17 minutes to 5. Can you say hi to my dad, Robin Morgan? He's currently building a house whilst me and Mum are away on holiday, and we're looking forward to seeing him tonight. That's Elizabeth, age 12. Brilliant. A house. Watcher Steve, would you give Rob, our local community police officer, a big shout out? He loves the show and listened to you when he went to America, from Carmen in Woburn Sands.
Join the dots backwards from the music you love.
Hear the musical memoirs of the world's finest storytellers.
I'm with good friend Craig Russell's bedroom in Castle Park, and he put this on. What came off the needle suggested a bigger universe to you than the one you were living in.
And the records that influenced their work.
I'll be playing you songs which have generally shaped me as an author and a human being. In my youth, I was a guitar player in a rock and roll band. Up until about the age of 22, I was convinced that that's what I was going to do, was play guitar.
Paperback Writers with John Niven.
This Sunday from 1 on BBC Radio 6 Music.
Oh yeah, he's groovy.
This is the last time, this must be the last time, I know. You said you were leaving, you said that you'd leave him at home. The promise is made right here where we lay. We're sealed by our touch, but that's not enough. Remember the moment when we were just lovers. You left me feeling like there were no others. Now it's a secret that you had to keep, sweet in the light till I had to believe it all. But I'm not so blind that I can't see the truth in your eyes. I've been a bit part supporting a scene that you stole. Still I've been so eager to hold you whenever you call. And what are his lines? The one left behind. His starring role is what I don't know. Remember the moment when we were just lovers. You left me feeling like there were no others. And I was a secret that you had to keep, sweet in the light till I had to believe it all. But I'm not so blind that I can't see the truth in your eyes. If love is the drug, then I shoulder the blame. If we're getting off on the guilt and the shame, then when you run to him, how I wish I could say that it's over. Remember the moment when we were just that you can't see the truth in my eyes.
Dung, 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 dung. That's Blind, it's Nikhil.
Hi, it's Steve Wright in the afternoon on the BBC.
12 minutes to 5 now. the Bobster.
Steve, thank you. First of all, to the Highlands, the A87 is still shut between Sligachen at the A863 and the B883 at the Braes turn-off. So there is a very long diversion. M56 eastbound towards Manchester, 7 to 6 to Hale. There was an accident. It's cleared from the carriageway now, but you've still got big queues. M6 accidents, southbound 18 to 7 at Sandbach. All lanes are open, but really heavy traffic past 19 for Knutsford. And then northbound accidents, 16 to 17 left queues, but it's extremely heavy. And the M6 both ways, if you're heading between 4 and up towards Junction 9, there's been a number of accidents northbound and southbound and breakdowns, all cleared out of the way, but it's left very heavy delays. A40 into London, eastbound at Greenford, we've got one lane shut between the A312 and the A4127. And then if you're heading out to the M5 at Somerset, now the M5, 25 Taunton to 26 at Wellington, just got early reports of an accident. Thank you very much, and I'll be back with more with Simon and Joe.
Ta. Here we are, returning for Factoids. Here's Tim Smith.
It's reckoned a brand new word is created somewhere in the world every 98 minutes. That's roughly 14.7 new words a day invented around the globe.
Don't talk roughly. There are about 100,000 hairs on the human head, in some people's head, or on some people's head, a little less, including my own, by the way. And hair is made up of dead tissue. Ugh.
You know a green heron?
I do.
It's a very, very clever bird. It can catch fish by dropping bits of bread and debris on the surface of the water as bait. So it drops the bait, the fish come up to take it, and the green heron swoops down really quick, grabs the fish, he's got lunch.
Wow. A giraffe's blood pressure is at least twice that of a healthy man.
Factoid.
They got an art dealer. On with Joe Wiley and Ricky Wilson. He's called Philip Mould from the BBC series Fake or Fortune After 5. This is Radio 2.
Silver screen and all its sad goodbye. I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm, though it's easy to pretend. I know you're not a fool. You should have known better than to cheat a friend, waste the chance that I'd been given. So I'm never gonna dance again the way I danced with you.
looking at the evening paper here now, and it says, as they walk down the aisle, here's something every newly married couple can look forward to, and that is getting fatter. According to researchers from Cornell University, spouses gain on average 16 to 19 pounds in the first 10 years after saying I do. No. I think it could be more. Just so as you know, another great day tomorrow, guest-wise. Judge Rob Rinder, and we got Sean Ryder, and Love Island winner, Danny Dyer. BBC Radio 2. Yeah, Rolling Stones.
Please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. I've been around for a long, long year. Stole many a man's soul of faith.
Sorry, Mick, time to go.
BBC Radio 2.
Joe and Ricky to follow the 5 p.m. news with us tomorrow. Sean Ryder, Judge Rinder, and the winner of Love Island, Danny Dyer. Good evening from West London.